everybody! Hey, everybody! Hey! We got a couple people in here. We got old Skinny and Michael's in here. What's up, fellas? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty good today. Michael says, watch RoboCop today and thought about Psychotron. Part man, part machine, all metal. Yeah, man, RoboCop's one of my favorites. Like RoboCop and some of the things that like kind of influenced the whole Psychotron thing are RoboCop. Terminator, not so much the character, but some of the story that I'm writing in there. It's got some Terminator stuff in it, and then we've got like a Deadpool. In a way, I know Deadpool's not a machine, but he's an experiment somewhat. So yeah, that's good stuff. All that stuff. In a way, RoboCop actually is akin more to the RoboCop. RoboCop Psychotron's more akin to the RoboCop in the newer movie, but the older movie's so much better. You know, I just really that's like always been one of my favorites. We got HG in here. He says just watched a bit of that Chris Claremont interview. Yeah, I heard that was really good. I haven't watched it yet though. Chris Claremont's one of my favorites. He's a great writer. His X-Men is probably some of my favorite X-Men. Yeah, but RoboCop definitely. You guys talking about RoboCop's one of my favorites. Always been one of my favorites. I know. Dave says you have 10 seconds to comply. Ed 209. I love how they hand him a Desert Eagle and he's got that big Desert Eagle he's pointing at Ed 209 before it gets obliterated. Yeah. RoboCop 1 is pretty good. 2 is kind of bad. Even though Frank Miller kind of wrote that one, they did a lot of revisions to it. RoboCop 3 is garbage. I still like it just because it's RoboCop. Some of the ideas in that kind of influenced Psychotron. Because if you watch RoboCop, you know, it's about OCP taking control of Detroit. You know, it's a corporation taking control. Then by the time you get to RoboCop 3, the corporations are kind of at war with each other, with the Japanese corporation trying to come in and take over OCP and stuff. And that's a big part of in Psychotron. Pretty much the corporations own the different cities spread out along the world, and there's like really loose government. It's mostly all corporate owned. Yeah, Ed 209's weakness was stairs. Yeah, it really was. I like the reboot too, Skinny. I thought it was pretty good. It was different. I liked that they kind of took a chance and made it different, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, and like, there was a sense, like, in the first RoboCop, he's dead. And when he realizes who he is, that's just, I mean, it's total psychological stuff. But, the part where, in the reboot, where that body comes away and he looks down and it's just lungs there and he's like a brain and lungs. I really liked that. I thought that was some really good kind of, it wasn't really body horror to us, but just imagine that look if you realized all of a sudden that's all of you that was left was his lungs and his head and like I think one of his hands. It's pretty crazy. Michael says in part 2 when they're showing the prototypes for Literal RoboCop 2 is, yeah, man, it's really, that one like pulls a gun and shoots itself in the head. HG says the reboot is somewhat good. Yeah, I agree. It's not the best thing, but I mean, it's pretty good. We got Lorenzo in here. What's up, Lorenzo? Hope you're doing good, buddy. El Rodimus Flash says RoboCop rules. RoboCop does rule. Lorenzo says for some reason I wasn't as into RoboCop the last time I rewatched it. Oh, it's one of my favorites. I got it on DVD, and then I was at the dollar store one day, and they had all 3 movies on Blu-ray for $10, like a collection. So I got that, and it's got like a bunch of special features on it. I've not even opened it to watch it, but I love it. So I have some ideas. Had a guy send me his take on Psychotron, and I dig it. I mean, it's a little bit different than what other people have been doing, but I'm willing to roll with that. I thought it's pretty cool. But like, the plan in Psychotron is to do a map, because the America is not North America now. It's like the East Coast has a giant city here, and there's a giant city in the West Coast. Like, they pretty much take up the eastern side and the middle side, and there's a small city in the middle. But the rest of it's just pretty much like just either like the South would be kind of like a just crazy forest, and then like the Midwest all the way to the coast would just be like a wasteland, like a desert wasteland, where it'd be like the Wild West and Mad Max put together. But like, I want to have there's gonna be different factions that own different parts of the states. Like there'll be, like, say in the city, there'll be more than one corporation based in that city, but they pretty much own different sectors, and there's like a light peace between them. They're still out to do corporate takeovers or whatever, but there's a light peace. Like, the North American cities are North American. There's a very loose government that connects them all. So, but they're still secretly at war with each other, trying to outdo each other. But like, I want to have, and some of this is influenced by Fallout, because I really like Fallout, and some of it's influenced by some goofy comic book people. But like, I want the cities going on, but I want there to be like, I always liked in New Vegas, where you run into Caesar's Legion, and it's just a bunch of guys dressed like Roman soldiers, and they've got guns, and they're just roaming the wasteland, just doing whatever. I want there to be a group like that, but I want them to be based in Rome, Georgia, because it's Rome. But I want it to be new Rome, but like cyberpunk, like 80s cyberpunk. It'd be like NU-Rome, and I want the Caesar guy to just be like completely over the top, and got all the, like, his gang. And I want it to kind of be like a Mad Max type thing at the same time. Michael says, can one of the corporations be Target? Yeah, it'd be funny. It's kind of going to be like Escape from New York. I mean, I've got all these ideas, and I need to start writing it out and drawing maps, because pretty much all my favorite sci-fi stuff, I'm going to try to incorporate it into this world, because it all will work. It all works together. Because in the cities, you'll have the rich people that live in the super nice, awesome place. They're all took care of by the corporation. They either own stock in it or whatever. Then you've got the slums. Like, pretty much, you've got there'll be a walled off section, and there's the slums, and all those people work. They go into the factory areas or whatever. Then right outside of that, you've got like the beginning of the Outland. Yeah, skinny like that new room. And the beginning of the Outlands right there. uh, that's where all your scumbags hang out, all your undesirables. They hang out in bars and drink and look for, you bounty hunters, smugglers, all that kind of stuff hanging out there. That's cool, Skinny. See, I mean, like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm going for, man. I get really excited about it. This is completely different than Lone Wolf, and I like the Lone Wolf stuff, and it's all, Lone Wolf. You got monsters and you got all this stuff, but in Cyclotron, you've got cyborgs, you got straight up robots, you got the genetically altered humans, you've got like just pure humans. It's gonna be awesome. But instead of talking about that right now, let's look at a couple books. Of course, we got Saving the World #2 on Kickstarter. It's also on Indiegogo. They're getting ready to wrap up. You got 67 hours left. $1,074 with 44 backers. This is doing really good. I'm really glad to see Tonic Mole doing this, and he's doing awesome. Skinny said his new realm going to be led by Fred. There's maybe a character like that. I was thinking like maybe a cross between. I was almost thinking like a Joe Exotic type. The reason he's got his gang so big is maybe he's got some tigers or something, or he gives everybody drugs or whatever. But a real over the top showman type character who's real enthusiastic. But like when you question what's going on, it doesn't really make sense. But there's a bunch of guys into it, But yeah, Saving the World #2. Go check that out. Share the link around. Let's try. I hope we need to get them to end on a super high note. Then we got the Zombieful World of Oz. It ended on Kickstarter, and now it's on Indiegogo. And I still haven't got to back it on here yet. My stupid cards changed. But anyways, be sharing this around. Eric is awesome. And Eric really needs to be very successful because he has a fantastic looking book and he is a great artist. And I'm really wanting this this copy right here, the horror variant, because it's really awesome. I'd like to see a big giant picture of that. Does he have one on here? I don't think you do. We'll tell him to put some big pictures of those up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, Skinny, because when I was looking on Kickstarter, where they changed my card, I'm real bad to leave my wallet in the car, HG. I leave it in the middle thing and just lock it. And so it's still in the car. I went to Cookville this morning and left my stupid wallet in there. So, yeah, that's what mine did. See, my stupid bank got bought out, and I didn't need a new card because I just got a new card a couple months ago. And they just sent me one in the mail. It's like, we canceled your other card because we bought out this bank, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking about moving to another bank. It makes me mad. I hate that. But yeah, go check this out. Share this around. This needs to explode. Eric is awesome. I want to see him really succeed and make lots of money. I was just gonna say. Now, I probably shouldn't drink energy drinks very often, but these Rain energy drinks, 0 sugar, unlike the Monsters, 0 sugar. Supposed to have all natural stuff and whatever, but this orange dreamsicle here is the best thing ever. It tastes just like one of those orange creamsicles. It's really, really, really good. That's my new thing. They also got a lemonade and a sour apple that's real good. That orange dreamsicle is the best. Now I went to Cookville today. I like to go to Cookville when I go to one of Dave's favorite places, which is Ollie's. And I picked up a big bunch of comic books. But also, I was going to go hang out with my brother, but he wouldn't get out of bed because he's a bum. But he works at Game Exchange, and he was telling me they had Megaman 11. So I picked up Megaman 11 on the Switch for $11.99. And I love the Mega Man games. Like, it shows the Legacy Collection in here. I've already got the Legacy Collection 1 and 2. But yeah, I love the Mega Man games, and I couldn't pass this up for $12. I heard it was really, really good. Skinny says, did you see him unveiling the cover for Otis Stein on Kevin Strange's stream tomorrow? I did see that. It's really awesome, dude. I've seen the cover. I should just show it right now and ruin it for everybody. Skinny. But yeah, pretty excited about that. But like I said, I went to Ollie's. One of my favorite things at Ollie's now. They didn't have any graphic novels I wanted. It is all newer stuff I'm caring about. But they have these comic book packs. We'll open this one first. Comic book super value pack. This is a $20 value. And I picked this one up and seen that it had X-Men 2099, which I've got this already. Well, this is number 8. I don't think I have number 8 actually. And I was like, hey, that's an old comic book. I'll get this one. So, you know, this was $5.99 for a it says $20 value. And then on the back here, it's got Punisher POV, Jim Starlin, I guess that's, I don't know if it's Bernie Wrightson or which Wrightson that is. So, I'm going to open this up and we'll see what comics I got. If I can figure out how to open it. One thing I did not like. Somebody been in there opening up all these packs and taking the comic books out of them. Which, made me mad. I don't like it. Oh, I'm about to stab myself in the face. But this time I made sure not to get a kids pack. Remember last time I went to Ollie's and was showing you guys? It was like what was it I got? My Little Pony and a bunch of stuff and a bunch of stupid stuff. Let's see what I got. Like I said, I got Punisher POV 1 of 4. This is actually a graphic novel. It's perfect bound and stuff, but it still says 1 of 4. Dated 91 on it. That's pretty rad. Let's see what I get here. These are upside down. Scion from CrossGen. Never heard of it, but it's got Ron Mars' name on it. So that's pretty cool. Ron Mars is somebody I've heard of. And we've got Nomad, which I like Nomad. I remember reading these books. But this has got the Punisher on the cover. See, he's got an Uzi. He's saying, she's mine. Then we got Captain Gravity. It doesn't even have a company on it. It just says Captain Gravity. And then we got this right here. This is some weird stuff in here. Decoy. No railroad theme stuff yet. Then we've got Zentra, maybe? The name of it? These are some, all these have like a little, like bicycle thing. Penny Farthing Press, it says. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Then we got Ninja Elite. This says 1987, the date on it. So, I'll have to check that out. And see, this is one thing I think is kind of lame in these. They give you these free comic book day and these cheap things in here. Here's a 25-cent zero issue, which is, it's Red Sonja, but that's kind of lame. I mean, it's okay. Then I've got from Boom Comics, The Unknown, which has a 25-cent sticker on it. And then this, you know, like I said, X-Men 2099 number 8, which has a $1.50 sticker on it. Kenny says I'm in that book. Which book? The one with the alien on it? That was you. Your skinny little alien. So, you know, for $5, that's I'm not disappointed. That's not bad for $5. I got another pack here. It's got Avengers World on the front. Looks more modern. Looks like something I don't like. Looks like something that's not really for me. See if I can get this poop open without cutting my face off. Or ruining any comic books. Oh, that's cool, Dave. I remember that comic. It was really awesome looking. You got it in one of these. In one of these. Let's see if I can get these out of here now. Kind of a crappy job opening it. They kind of came out. The one on the back there is awesome, so we're going to look at it last. But yeah, Avengers World, more modern book, something I'm probably not into. Then we've got Trojan War Marvel Limited Series. I don't know if it's cool or not. Doesn't look like something that I would pick up myself. Then I've got another one of these. Free comic book day comic. Then we got Copperhead 3. An image book. Pretty neat to get an image book in there. And then I got a free preview thing. How is this part of a $20? This is kind of stuff that's kind of lame about that. Who cares about any preview book? That's stupid. Now I got another issue of Decoy. It's got Skinny on it because he's an alien. Not a ninja, an alien. Then we got the Victorian source book. Weird looking. And here's an Eclipse. I like the Eclipse stuff. That's, it says Zot. You can tell this is old. I like old stuff. We got an old Dark Horse here. It says Concrete. Now I've seen this before. An old Dark Horse comic. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And this right here is this is the whole reason I got this. The Punisher Final Days Requiem. And if this is what I'm thinking it is, I can't remember because I've got the other ones. This might be the one before they turn him, before they turn his skin black. I can't remember. See, they're about to do surgery on his face because he's in jail, I think. I don't know if this is before there or not, but I've got those other ones. But yeah, that's what I got. I'm not too bad. The game exchange I went to had a ton of comic books, but I just didn't. Am I right, Dave? Is that what I'm thinking it is? Because I have the ones after it, if that's what I think it is, but I wasn't sure. And they had a ton of stuff at Game Exchange. I just didn't feel like digging through the boxes. I've got a bunch of boxes, but they're all on the floor, and my big fat butt's not crawling around on the floor digging through these books. If they'd set them up on a table, I'd dig through them all day. I actually want to go sometime and look for some Darkhawk because what's his name on Twitter was reading through the Darkhawks, and it reminded me that I need to finish getting all those. And then he was posting those Moon Knights, and man, I'd love to have the old Moon Knight stuff. Dave's just pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dave. And that'd be cool if it goes with the ones I already have. To me, you cannot beat those late 80s. That was 91. That, I mean, you know. Yeah, it might be skinny, but not in there. The place is really, really small. Like at the comic shop I go to sometimes, I don't care to get down because there's one whole room that's nothing but long boxes. And in here, though, like, there's nowhere to... It's ridiculous that they're even in the floor. There's absolutely no room where they go. Because it's an afterthought. Because it's not a comic book store. Someday when my brother's working, though, I'm going to show up and just throw them up on the counter and start digging through them. Might show up late one night before he goes home and do that. But I'm looking forward to some Mega Man 11. I almost bought the Street Fighter collection that had all the Street Fighter games in it. But I don't want to play Street Fighter on the Switch. I want an arcade stick. Which they make some good arcade sticks for Switches, but it seems kind of stupid to buy one for that. But yeah, I got a bunch of those comics. I still got a bunch of comics sitting over here from the last time I opened. Just off them $30. Dude, I thought about it. I've actually... Maybe I should just message my brother and have him ask him about me just buying the long boxes. And see what they would let me pay per long box. Because, you know, they didn't give nothing for those comics. And he said they don't want to deal in them anymore. I could go through them and get what I want and eBay the rest of them. Which I've got a bunch. I need to eBay anyways. Yeah. Or maybe I could do a giveaway with a campaign or something, you know. Free random comic to every backer. Something like that, I don't know. I don't know. I've been gone like all day. Got it, went to Cookville. And when I got back, Mom watched Axel today. So I got him, and she said she was going to town and going to Walmart. So there was some stuff I need from Walmart, so I just went with her. I finally got home. Feels like I didn't even have a day off yesterday because worked that 14-hour shift. Came home and fell asleep at 7:30. I sit on the couch and passed out. And then I'm off tonight. And I've got to work at 16 tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. All the mics jacked up. Woo! Did I fix it? Did that fix it? My microphone big old poop. My microphone is a big old pile of poop. Oh, my microphone sounds like poop. My microphone sounds like poop. My microphone is a pile of poop. A pile of poop. My microphone is a big old pile of poop. Pile of poop. Pile of poop. Ooh. Yeah! Rock and roll! You guys might not believe this, but I wrote that song right off the top of my head. I don't like this guitar pick. I want a good one. Skinny says, my dogs hate you now. Oh, poop. My microphone is a pile of poop. It ain't no good, 'cause it's a pile of poop. I don't know why it's a pile of poop, but it's a big old pile of poop. Pile of poop. It's a pile of poop. I bought it several years ago. I used it all the time, you know, recording lots of songs. I use it every day when I'm talking to you guys, and I like to say it's a big old pile of poop. A big old pile of poop. Yeah, I don't know the chord. I don't know the other chords of that song, so I can't make up a song about it. You got 7 people still watching this bullcrap. Yeah, Doug Unplugged. Well, you know, that's about it for me today. I just wanted to talk about stuff I bought at the buying place. I know people aren't so into watching streams if they're not doing drama and whatnot. So I know I don't hold much of an audience anymore, and that's fine. That's fine. If you just like having fun and being silly, you can always watch my show. Oh, if you guys didn't see, Tim was on with Comic Book Hut today. And it was a really good little show. If you guys haven't backed Tim's new book, go back it. I haven't backed it yet, and I'm afraid they're going to run out before I get my lazy butt out to the car and fix my payment on that. HG says, what do you think of Ennis' work on Punisher? I don't have any of his Punisher stuff. The The only Garth Ennis stuff that I actually own is his Ghost Rider, and it's probably my least favorite Ghost Rider stuff. I read a bunch of his other stuff. I mean, it's okay. He's always just, I don't, a little bit too vulgar and stuff for me. I did read The Boys. I read a lot of that, and I read Unknown Soldier on my Kindle. And those are okay. But he's not one of my favorites. Michael says I just like background noise while drawing. My name is Simon and I like to draw pictures. Yeah, I actually need to be writing something. I've got the guy that sent me the Psychotron drawing, and then we'll write out a little story for him. Dave says I don't like it. Mike Barron is my guy. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big Garth Ennis guy myself. I prefer all the older comics to anything new, just to be honest. I'm not a big fan of new stuff. And I know Ennis has been around for a long time, but you know, still. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to charge up my Switch so I can play Megaman 11. Yeah, Megaman 11. And I need to write some stuff, so I'm going to do that. So I hope y'all have a good evening. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow, but it'll be probably earlier, probably around 12. Because I got to go into work at 4. So, hope y'all have a good night. And I will talk etchings later. Bye.